This makes the board meeting longer.
Is it okay for me to say, Derek and Wade, where are y'all? Is that rude?
I don't think so.
You're teaching me a lot, Jamie. I'm gonna go with you. It's not rude. I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe hang out with you.
You're teaching, she's teaching the vice chairman.
But but aren't you learning something from me? You learn from anybody.
I'll live with Angie. It ain't broken. Well, I guess that's so. Angie's was the most humblest, sweetest person I ever met in my life.
You're fixing to be live now, so.
Oh, we need to stop. Well, you know, my goal is, I think the people can't see your sweet and giving and serving attitude. I think they need to see your sassy side just a little bit. I was like, no, be quiet.
We're live now.
We are, be quiet.
Hey, Derek's gonna be online. Hey, Derek's gonna join us on this.
No, Derek Mullins. I'm fixing to get on him.
He's connecting to his line.
I got people that won't even return my phone calls to do things they've done for me for years, and I'm beginning to think it's because I'm a board member.
Connecting to Derek's audio.
Asked to unmute.
Can y'all hear me?
Derek Mullins.
We have you now, sir.
Where
How
are
y'all
you?
doing? I'm sitting on the side of the road so I can get cell service.
That's not acceptable. I brought you Malayala tonight.
Sorry, this has been playing a long time.
I'm kidding you. I'm kidding.
So put it on ice, right? And put it in the refrigerator till tomorrow night, right? Are you gonna be here tonight, tomorrow night, Derek?
Oh no, I don't come back till next Monday.
Okay, so you're electronic then.
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie.
Wow.
All right. So I hadn't heard from Wade. Anybody heard from Wade?
He sent something today. His coaches meeting or something.
Are you serious?
He didn't know what time it was gonna be out, didn't he say that?
Okay.
No, it was a broadcast or something, wasn't it?
I think that if I'm ever in a dead area, I don't get
The
it.
messages are
So sometimes if I'm not responding on it, maybe
but you're
I'm
over
driving.
there. Gotcha. Yeah, and where you drive, if you drive through Statesville, there's some spots over there.
I know Gasway and Statesville, and there's dead spots. You can sit
Are
next
you
to
feeling
me.
any
Nobody's
better,
coming.
Wade? Are you feeling any better?
Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna get back to the car. My truck was gone, so I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Well, you made it. That's
Made it.
good. Derek is going to be out and Jennifer going to be out. Mr. Chairman, you're going to have him.
And Derek's with us, so
Derek is with us.
Miss Patterson, Miss Hancock, and Miss Black. Is that
Right.
all we got?
4 people are waiting, so let me admit them. Whoever else we got to watch what we're
Melissa
doing here.
Killian, Stacy and Angela, Doug Coombs.
Melissa Kay is probably acting principal right now.
Yeah, straight out.
Well, Bear Grammar, we're getting a little shy, a little sly on that.
And
I don't know.
I've been on pot in my house. I've heard that no kids know there. So I even say you Thomas said no.
Gotcha. All right, Mr. Chairman, you do have, and I will watch anybody else that comes in. I will make sure that they are, that they can.
You gonna get one of them floating at the month?
It's all teachers. Actually, we're doing all teachers because all teachers have done an exceptional job this month. So this month, we're not singling out anybody. We're just going to say every teacher because they've been working incredibly hard.
You don't have each one of them.
No, sir. That's break our budget there, I don't think.
We should have cupcakes or candy.
But we ought to do some stuff. We'll do something for the teachers. I mean, we are, and all teachers are employees of the month this month.
Sounds good. All right. Approve the agenda. You guys see anything wrong with it? Anything you want to discuss before we move on? No, everybody good? Derek, you okay with the agenda?
Yes, sir.
All right. Item number 2, consent agenda. Approve the minutes of October 8th, 2020 meeting of the board. Of course, we don't have any bus trips. I don't think we need to explain why on that one. Item number 3, approve the bus radio bids. All right, ready?
Bus radio bid will be in the morning. Mr. Roy Sullivan is helping us lead this project, so he will be there for the bid opening to make sure that all the bids are good on, and the equipment is appropriate as a part of that. So he's done, Roy has done the specs on that. So I look it'll be real good. We approve that tomorrow night. I will get on that immediately, and hopefully we'll get those radios installed. We will have some handheld devices, yes, sir, but mainly there'll be base stations in every school, including the central office, and then mobile units on every bus. And we will have 3 repeaters that we see utilizing the same repeaters that the sheriff department uses, or the same tower sites. And we'll have our own repeaters that'll be used, and we can utilize those throughout the county. And hopefully there won't be any dead spots.
Go ahead and caution you on this. If you have one of those that's handheld device, it's tuned to the frequency. You're very well aware of that. Anything going on in the county,
They hear that, absolutely. They people with scanners need to be very careful what they say, including our bus drivers. There have to be a little training. There'll be some training involved in that, and but now these will be digital, so they're not analog. They're not analog. They will be fully digital. So you just can't pick them up on a regular police scanner. It will be digital. So that helps to make it a little bit more privatization. But everybody's a brother.
Somebody getting it, you have an emergency or something.
Right.
That's one of the handheld ones get disappeared. All they have to do is charge.
That's true. That's true. But the handhelds are going to be fairly close. Lisa, I think, is going to have one. We're going to have one for here at the central office, and I think there's a couple others. So we're going to be watching those very carefully. But the bus having those are going to be very, very, very beneficial. So those bids are coming tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Okay. I don't know if anybody got any questions on that or comments. I think it's needed. Cell phones.
Well, we've got a lot of dead spots, as y'all heard, as the board's heard me say before. We've got a lot of dead spots in Canton County because of the hill, the terrain that we have, and places where cell phones can't get out. And drivers can't use cell phones anyway. They can use radios while they're driving, but they cannot answer cell phones while they're driving. They have to pull over and answer, but they can answer while they're driving on the radios. So looking forward to getting that project rapidly completed.
All right, item number 4, consider action on board policies 4.100 through 4.805.
You have an updated sheet in your packet, the instructional program. It's what it is. So you go back through those and look at those policies on instructional. The instructional program is probably one of the most important things that we do. But you can see a lot of these policies were changed in 19. One was changed in 20, last 9, 10, 20. So reporting in student progress. So all of these have been thoroughly looked at over a period of time, and we'll continue to look at those. But last November, we had a lot of, remember that when they had the 50 policies at some point, and I've not heard anything from TSBA. I figured we'll get that and another bunch of policies, but we've redone those policies, and so hopefully we won't have to redo as many policies.
Any questions from Mr. Curtis on any of those?
I'm done.
Derek?
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm good. No questions.
All right. This is a good one. Schedule planning budget workshops, 10 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, strategic planning budget workshops, I did submit some dates to y'all in text and email. With one correction, I cannot be here next Monday night, the 16th, but otherwise, you can look at any of those dates in that text or whatever, that email, either one, and you can see those. We're looking at whatever dates y'all want to meet. We'll be here.
Doesn't rain. And I'll finish tomorrow, it won't matter.
Well, congratulations on that.
It's looking that way, but who knows? Everything will have to be perfect, but it looks that way.
We're looking at the 17th. The 19th would be fine if it's at 6:30. We have financial management committee meeting on the 19th.
You said the 17th?
The 17th, the 19th. I'm just going by Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, or Thursdays. The 17th, the 19th, the 23rd. I don't think you probably want to do it on the 24th, the Tuesday before we're out for Thanksgiving, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of that week.
23rd is Jay Jackson's birthday.
Okay, the 30th, 11:30. There is a county commission meeting on December the 3rd. If we don't have anything on the agenda.
That is the new member orientation in.
That's right. That's right.
And
And you're going, and Wade's going,
Are you going?
and Derek's going.
going.
So the only one's not going would be Jennifer.
Yeah.
So Derek, you're going on the 4th, right?
Yeah, I think Jennifer said she couldn't make it.
Okay, well, she's still got the January one to do. She'll be running solo then.
Are you driving back and forth?
Yeah, that's what I plan on.
Okay.
It's at Opryland, so if you want, I think that's right, correct?
Yes.
It's Opryland where they're doing that. They're not doing it at Brick Church Pack. They've done it at Opryland so they can spread out. And they're doing it at Opryland. So if you want to stay there, let us know, and I'll get free some.
board orientation.
Correct.
It's probably the same one I saw.
It probably is, or something similar.
Sometimes.
So if you want to stay, please let me know, and I'll try to get Teresa to get your reservation, get Douglas to get us a PO there to do that with. Since that's having to do with money, I'll let Douglas still do that.
Remember when it starts in the morning,
1 o'clock that afternoon. It starts 1 o'clock
the first day?
on the first day and starts at 8 o'clock on Friday.
So if you want to stay, let me know, and we'll take it out of the board line on board expenses. So y'all didn't get to go to TSBA anyway, so we know that there is funding there.
Always drove.
But you're welcome to stay if you don't want to drive. You're welcome to stay there.
You also gave the 14th, 15th, and 17th.
Okay, yeah, and I said, well, if we don't do the 3rd, then you've got the 7th is going to be the board workshop.
Mm-hmm.
You could have it on the 8th, but that's a ball game. I think we start having their ball games on those Tuesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a ball game probably on that Tuesday night, Jay. And then you've got your regular meeting on Thursday. So the 14th and the 15th, you could do that. On the 17th, I've got another financial management meeting on that night.
I can't do the 17th.
Okay, so that's out. So the 14th or 15th of December. I think it's a good range of dates for you.
We want to pick 4.
The only thing on the dates that I have is I have basketball practice on Thursday, and that is the only time that I can get a gym. We have over 20-something junior pro teams, and all your grammar school teams and high school and middle school teams. They're all trying to practice in 7 schools.
Gotcha.
So that's my only thing. I mean, I've got an assistant coach that can do some of it. I hate to miss every Thursday if I don't have to for these meetings.
On Derek, I know on 2 of those, I've got financial management committee meetings that same night. I could do it later. Those don't go really, really long. So we could do it, and I could do it later. But that knocks out the 19th, the 3rd, and then you got to the 10th is a regular board meeting on the 10th, Derek. Are you gonna make that?
Yeah, I'll make that. I was just saying if I can try not to miss every one of my practices.
All right, yeah, no, you don't need to do that.
Oh, that's the 17th of November.
Let me see that. Is that okay, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, I'm fine. I could probably do anything.
What
Okay.
time?
I'm game anytime you can get here, so.
How long is this gonna last?
Mhm.
6 o'clock.
Was it-
6 o'clock.
It depends on what you do. I mean, here's the deal. It depends on what you want me to get arranged for you to do on budget workshops. So, but I think since none of y'all have done a budget, I think we need to do a budget 101, where you can have Douglas and Diane and whoever else they need to come in and to help you understand the local part of the budget. Then another thing I thought I would do is get Mary Ann Dursky with the State Department of Education to come on via Zoom and do a Zoom presentation for what it looks like on the state side of that. And then perhaps even get Ben to look at, let Mary Ann talk about the BEP, and maybe her and Ben do a tag team on the BEP, because that is probably the most complicated part of the budget, I think, Javen, you may want to say so. But it's very complicated. And then after that, then see what we're doing this year. How are we coming along this year? And that's where Douglas can help us do that. And then after that point, then get our department folks like Kathy to come in and do a presentation. But since y'all already had that presentation with them anyway, just 2 months ago, maybe, when everybody brought their, all the supervisors came in, you may not need to hear from them yet, but that's coming in probably January, February timeframe, where you hear from them and they present what they need to do to their budget, either increase or decrease or whatever.
Douglas could give us an estimate on the ending budget. I know that's impossible to do. I know we don't like to do it, but we need to know kind of somewhere close where our numbers are.
Right.
And it would really be nice to know what the BEP is going to do.
Well, see, we don't even have this early on. You won't have any kind of indication on the BEP. The legislature will not have met, so they won't tell us if the BEP holds harmless part of that, where we go by the same student population figures that we did from previous years. If they don't do that, then and we don't may have anything definitive on that until by the end of January, 1st of February. I think at the earliest is what we expect that, because I think that's one of the first things they're going to do according to the governor.
My gut tells me they'll hold us harmless.
Well, mine does too, but then
I don't know.
you never know what's going to occur there.
I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. You need to be prepared to come into some ideas where you make some cuts. We moved stuff around last year, $150,000 in capital outlay.
Just had to replace a big time water heater at Woodbury Grammar just the other day.
Be thinking about it. Because I don't know.
And that's where you're going to get into the part of the strategic planning process. And that is, goal number 4 over there, to develop a long-range facilities plan. And that's where I'm the chair of that committee. Your other 3 up there, we're going to do that as part of the BEP process. But number 4, to develop a long-range facilities plan to provide the opportunities and resources for all students. So that's going to be the guiding point on that one. I'll be leading point on that particular part.
December the 14th and the 15th. Y'all freed up for those 2 days?
December
Mm-hmm.
14th, 15th, whatever.
And then I skipped over the 30th.
The 30th is a Monday night. That may be better for, you know, in regard to basketball, as the basketball gets started back, cranked back up. The 30th wouldn't be bad.
30th is on a Wednesday.
No, November 30th.
November 30th.
Uh-huh.
I need one of the 14th or the 15th. Like I need it free. So could we do the 30th?
Can you hear us, Derek?
Yes, sir. I can do the 30th.
You talking about December, the date for November?
November.
We've got
So we got the 17th and then Monday the 30th.
I should be able to make those.
Okay.
And then I just need, we can pick the 14th or the 15th. I just can't do both of them.
I like your Monday nights, is, you know, for me, but I mean, I can do 14th or the 15th. You just let me know.
Monday, okay, everybody, the 14th. Then.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's 3, Mr. Curtis.
That's a lot more than what we've ever done before, Mr. Chairman.
15th.
Really tired of this, sir.
You want to start? Can we start at 6, Derek? Can you make the 6 p.m. start?
Yes, sir.
Jennifer I think can too. So if everybody make the 6 p.m. start, you get started earlier.
And then we can set some more dates on the next one.
In
That's the
January.
30th.
I was just thinking, November, December, let's get them out of the way, and then you can start a brand new year, and then you turn right around and see when y'all want to go.
So we have November 17th, the 30th, and December the 14th.
Yes, at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Now, my question to you, with setting those dates, would you rather have Douglas there on the 17th, Douglas and Diane on the 17th?
I think it would be better to get over it as soon as we could on the 17th. Yeah.
That's
And
the
then
101
give
you're talking
the
about.
101, yeah, your
Yep.
just introduction to
Oh,
the
that
budget.
first.
You
I
get that
do.
first budget, okay?
Is that a good?
I agree with Alita.
Derek, I'm sorry, Derek, did you say you agree?
Yeah, I agree with Alita.
Okay, so I'll do an intro to budget. We'll have Douglas and Diane here because there are some changes there. One of the changes that you will probably not be able to sign checks anymore on that, which your name's on those anyway. So your checks, because of the 81 Act, I have to sign, Diane has to sign now. So, but we got to change policy because policy says you have to be on the chairman's signature has to be on all checks. But now if the 81 Act is passed, it has to be the head of the department and the finance director on all checks. Which yay, what less duty for the chairman? But on the intro to budget, and they'll tell you some of the changes through the 81 Act too. That's going to be a little bit different.
Maybe the 14th of January, we can look at, December, we can look at January dates.
Oh yeah, and then you got your board, then you got your board
We'll have to set
meeting.
nothing now. But
Yeah, you got your board meeting wait on the 10th, and you can look at the January dates on the 10th and set those as a board and an official board meeting. So that's what I would suggest there too.
It's not official yet, so.
But it won't be official till you vote on it tomorrow night.
you're talking about December.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you've got a meeting December 10th, a regular meeting on December 10th, just like tomorrow night. So it's going to be a regular meeting. But now I will tell you this: your January meeting is on the 14th, so it's a little bit later. It's probably the latest date it could possibly be in the way that it works. Your January meeting is January 14th, and then your February meeting would be on the 11th. So then it kind of reversed back. In March will always will be on the 11th too. So you should be in pretty good shape. But the intro to budget, what do you think about Monday, the 30th, of getting Mary Ann Dursky to talk about local budgeting and the ins and outs of the local budgeting? You think? And she's with Tennessee Department of Education she approves all the budgets. So, no, the 30th. For the next one, for the second meeting, get Mary Ann Dursky if I can. She may be booked after that night. I don't, I'll be asking her to come after hours and spend about 30 minutes to an hour with us if that's, and then if she's got handouts, she does a presentation at TOS that I've seen that TOS presentation multiple times. I learn something from it every time I see that presentation.
Came here for Ben Rogers game.
And I can get Ben too.
We were looking for the slush funds. Okay, item number 6, the safety report. Ms. Patterson,
Yes, sir.
how are you?
I'm here.
Got your Christmas tree up.
It's not decorated, but it's up because my grandkids wanted it up. So there we go. trying to get in a better mood. So safety report, we did CPR training on Professional Development Day with a lot of our teachers. We did the AED training at central office. The AED is now up on the wall. I'm sure you saw it as you came down the hallway. And I'm working with the principals, and they're getting ready to have their individual safety meetings at their buildings. So hopefully one night in one of your planning sessions, I could maybe get you to go in the computer lab and let you log in to navigate so that you can see that program. It doesn't take very long. We're not going to be able to have our big safety meeting this year just due to concerns of COVID. Don't want to bring all of the emergency management personnel together. And that's it.
Thank you, Bonnie. Y'all got any questions for her?
No. Thank you, Miss Bonnie.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Miss Bonnie.
Thank you.
Brady?
Okay, my comments will be fairly short and succinct. We have made good progress up to that. I did want to give you the update that the bus was ordered today, so Lisa got the bus ordered, so hopefully we'll give you a progress report. We'll hear anything more about that, but it'll be probably 3 months, maybe. Don't know how long, but it's been ordered. I'm working on the EESI paperwork right now on the energy efficient schools initiative that was passed by the county commission. So we appreciate the county commission passing that, and we're going to move that. We're going to move that along. There's a massive amount of paperwork that goes with that. So we're starting that whole process. The school bus radio bids are already, we've already talked about. We're having a roof construction meeting tomorrow morning here in this room. So we're coming along. Y'all been getting updates from Mr. Mike Ford. You should be getting those emailed updates. I sent one out, I think, on Friday that he gave one a progress report. Also in the morning, Gregor Smee will be here. Our architect will be here. So Wade, if you want to join me after that construction meeting, you're welcome to. Neil Applebaum will be in that meeting, and we will be looking at adding the wing on it, Woodbury Grammar, and just doing preliminary discussion in regard to where it would be, why it would be, and then giving Gregor some indication on what to and how to proceed. So Wade, it'd be good if you could be there in the morning at probably about 10:30. Somewhere around that time frame. That gives me time to get the bid opening, and then we get the roof construction something like 10:30, 10:45-ish, and then Gregor will be with me probably until at least lunchtime. So I think that would be good for you to meet him, Wade, since you've been kind of heading part of this, and going that direction. On Wednesday, I'll be with the Upper Cumberland Directors meeting. We will be having that. I'll do that virtually here instead of driving to Cookeville. The commissioner's visit has been postponed. The Commissioner of Education was going to be with us on Thursday, and I talked with her personnel today, and when I told them the high school was virtual, and then I said, I don't think that would be a wise deal to come to Cannon County right now. So it's postponed. It's not canceled. It's postponed to another time. So hopefully we'll be getting that commissioner visit very soon in the future. Let's look at our COVID numbers are continuing to rise. I'm very, very concerned now that the high school is going virtual or distance learning until November the 30th. I'm very, very concerned about not just the high school now, but the grammar schools. And we've got, some, now I've sent you one, I got one at 9 o'clock in the morning. You got what, you're seeing those numbers in front of you. If you take a pencil, that is changed.
Changed, yeah.
That's changed. By the end of the day, that is changed to where we have a total we have 9 active cases now, 1 staff member at Cannon County High School. We have 157 contacts now, so that number jumped from this morning. That number jumped from 132 to 157, and we have 7 staff that are contacts. And then east side is another cluster area we're examining. They have 2 active cases, and they have 37 active contacts, 4 staff members, and 1 staff member is shared between Short Mountain and East Side. And then another staff member, I think, with another non-COVID related medical situation. Short Mountain, you have 9 and 1 staff members as active contacts, no active cases right now, and 2 additional staff out on medical issues there. Woodbury Grammar, 1 staff member is out. That's probably going to change there to 2 staff members, and then 17 active contacts with 4 staff members as contacts. And then Woodland is our biggest, probably outside of the high school. It's my next area of major concern, because those numbers have jumped from Woodland. You have 3 active cases, 1 staff member, and then you have 50 active contacts with 5 staff. So Woodland's gone from 46 now to 50 and another 5. West Side has 1 active case and 9 active contacts. So that's got contacts have gone up at West Side. The central office, we now have 1 active case, and we have 2 staff members now that are active contacts with my staff here at central office. 1 of those is a school nurse is out. So yes, for a grand total of 17 active cases, 4 of those staff members with 283. We went from 240 to 283 in half of a day to 22 staff contacts. Meanwhile, the whole county, the county has gone up from, we were at 50 some odd, then we went to 66, and then now today, I checked this afternoon, after 2 o'clock, we're at 84 active contacts for Cannon County. So
85 active cases.
Active cases, excuse me, active cases, my apologies. Active cases, 84 active cases in Cannon County right now. And then,
What's that cutoff number?
well, I mean, the next go from yellow to red, we are in the yellow. Welcome to yellow.
What's the cutoff?
The 115 would be pure red for the county itself. In our schools, we are already in the red massively now. If you just will, just the schools,
yeah.
We are way in the red. My next step will be I will be contacting after this result today, and Nurse Leslie's available. We need to talk with her. But my next step would be to contact our state health department, and to wonder, seeing these numbers, then they're going to contact me, because we had to deal with the State Department of Education dashboard today. And I will be talking tomorrow with the Upper Cumberland health director, medical director for the whole Upper Cumberland, Dr. Grisham. And then last time when we talked about the high school, then we moved that on to the state level with Dr. Michelle Fiscus, who I heard her this afternoon on the commissioner's webinar. And so I'm assuming we're going to be, if these numbers continue to explode, and I use that term intentionally, these numbers continue to explode, we're looking at the entire system going virtual. And going to distance learning. I hesitate to do that. Other counties have been doing that. DeKalb right now they have been on virtual or distance learning, and they've now extended that an additional week in DeKalb. Coffee right now is undergoing the same kind of thing we're doing. Warren County, I talked with their director earlier today, and his is the same thing. In fact, the commissioner was going there after she left us, but it's looking like she's not going to be there either, because the numbers in Warren County are doing the same. Aletha, I've not talked to Donna over in Wilson, but are y'all?
They really are just going school by school over there, I think, because of the size of the district.
And the same thing in Rutherford. Rutherford's going school by school, but Rutherford, they're closing down one just every now a little bit.
We have 3 closed, and we have, I think, 4 or 5.
So now that leads me to my own deal too. We've got pockets that don't have very little, like Auburn. They went through and they had their closing earlier in the year, but I hate to keep one school open in the entire district or 2. If we were to go and I get the nod from the State Department of Health, then we're looking at probably being out just like the high school, probably all the way. It would be prudent for us to be out, just like what they told me with the high school, out till November 30. In fact, DeKalb's doing the same thing. They're out for the entire week of Thanksgiving. And I talked with Patrick earlier today, and he's saying that we may get down and they'll reevaluate their situation, late in the week, and then they have to go another week. So there's where we're at. I mean, there's not much. If we did that, I'd like to announce to everybody, if we did that, then telework would be authorized for those staff members that are active cases or active contacts. Telework would be authorized for them. That means they could do virtual if they're quarantined or they're an active case. They're not an active case or quarantined, and they report to school just as normal. Jennifer, I have to get with Jennifer. She's due back tomorrow, so I'll talk with Jennifer about if we do go to doing a couple of feedings where we can come in and drive by and pick up their food, and that way you still utilize your cafeteria workers.
And I am under the impression, because we have updated numbers on Canyon County High School, even though they're virtual, we can keep up with who active cases, even though they're not in contacts, even though they're not in the building. Correct. Because that's important.
Yeah, we got to keep up with those, and in doing so, Mr. Nichols is doing that. But then when they're not on campus, though, it's a lot of self-reporting them too.
Right.
You have to, and I'm afraid of that too, that self-reporting, and you have those contacts, but keeping in touch with them. And right now, I guess if anybody deserves, Mr. Chairman, Employee of the Month, I think it's Nurse Leslie. She is now down a nurse, and now she is having to do all this reporting on top of her regular duties as our registered nurse for Canyon County Schools. So if there's an Employee of the Month, I think it should be Nurse Leslie, because she was talking with me at least 3 times or 4 times today.
Save it for another month. Come on. Just save it for another
dinner. She needs something.
Yeah, she did. We didn't give her more than just a certificate of appreciation. But so yes.
I kind of half-heartedly said, maybe just stay up to the first of the year, but that might not be a bad idea.
Well, wait, Mr. McMackins, I will tell you this. There are some systems that are looking at that, even depending on what happens, if these numbers, and here's what this is the Curtis philosophy. Bonnie may want to chime in on this, but I think we are 2 weeks out from fall break. And we know that time period is about 14 days. So then we had Halloween on top of that.
Yeah.
So, my belief is if we shut down, my recommendation will be that we just stay till November the 30th. We're already virtual on our distance learning on the 23rd and the 24th. That's already been announced. I've already had those days as recommendation. The health department again give us nearly 10 days, 9 full days between the 20th and the 30th. So what I would strongly suggest there is that if we do it, then let's just say, okay, I was hoping to get through the week
Okay, to what?
to November the 30th.
And I think what he's saying, that's why I asked if we can monitor and know numbers as they go, because I think one of the worst things you could do is come back the 30th, and by the end of the week, say,
You're back out again.
hold on, we gotta go out. Because Thanksgiving.
Right.
Thanksgiving ain't helping. Let's be honest, Thanksgiving's not gonna help it.
Well, there are going to be
gonna
other
make it
people,
worse.
just like fall break came around,
Yeah.
other folks, and here we are 14 days, and I think that was the spike. Is
They will, the whole time they're out here
I understand that.
everywhere. There's
So-
no way to control.
Especially in high school.
Yeah.
Bonnie, you want to unmute there and give them your tape as coordinator?
Well, I just think the more that, when you have holidays coming up and everyone's going to gather together, and it's just like we said, fall break. I was fearful of fall break. It's why a lot of colleges did not have breaks. They went straight through. And I think UT's doing that, and they're going to just let out around Thanksgiving and not go back until January, just because of that reason. But they're able to do that a little easier than we are. So
That's the right course.
Okay, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, board members, you're going to see this spike, and you're going to see, hopefully it's going to come down. But Aletha, you're exactly right about monitoring during this time period up until Thanksgiving. And that's where Nurse Leslie, our nurses will still be working during that time. And part of their responsibilities during that time, if we're going distance learning, that they would be checking in with each one of these individuals. Nurse Leslie is at a ball game tonight, so she would be here with us. But there's where we're at, and like I say, we get another spike tomorrow, like we've got here. You'll be looking for a press release coming out for me at some point in the immediate near future. I'll put it that way.
Do we have a plan for the younger grades that we don't have enough Chromebooks for?
Well, part of them, yes. I'm going to try to give enough lead time, Derek, with principals to give them enough lead time to say that let's get the paper package ready for them. And then we've got, you weren't here, but you can look it out in our hall. We're ready to deploy Chromebooks that, on this new deal, but we can't get those ready probably in time enough for this down. So you're correct, Derek, that they will need to have paper packets for them and other types of means for those 2 weeks. So I'll try to give enough lead time that they can get those packets ready to go. And then they'll still do the Google Classroom though. If they have that option, they can still get to their Google Classroom every single day. Some of my principals may want to talk about that. And my principals have released the principals too about being on quarantine, and I'm just it's just where we're at. I've got 2 of our principals on quarantine right now, so it's tough. It's tough, but Derek, you're exactly right. We need to think of those little ones to make sure that they have plenty of work to do for that amount of time if they cannot get on with their Google Classroom.
Well, and I was worried about that, and also the teachers. I mean, are the teachers gonna do a week and a half worth of up to 2 weeks worth of work? Or are they gonna do packets every couple of days or every?
Well, that's where we'll try to look at and get a coordinated plan with our principals, particularly if we can distribute food. If we were to have to go virtual, we could distribute food on the 16th and the 23rd, perhaps, if we got enough lead time to do that. And that's where Jennifer will be back tomorrow. We can get with her to work a plan out to where they can come by and pick up those packets at that time too, for food distribution.
Okay. I just had a couple of parents ask from different schools, ask what the plan was if we had that, and I knew we only had so many Chromebooks. And that's kind of what I said was, we'll probably go to the paper packets and the teachers will have everything set out. I just know it's going to be a lot of work on our teachers, and I appreciate what they do.
They work hard, and they're working even harder on the virtual than, they work hard in person anyway, but they're working doubly hard. And sometimes triply hard because they've got those asynchronous learners as well as synchronous learners. So we do this. It's just an inconvenience. But man, if I could make these numbers go down, I would make them go down. We'd stay in the 20s. But no, we're up to 84 today. When I saw that, I just got sick in my stomach. But yeah, we'll work on that plan, and we'll just roll out something and give enough to the end of the week, and then perhaps do a deployment on the 16th. If Jennifer can maneuver that quick enough, we can do that on perhaps the 16th, 17th, maybe another one on the to 23rd. What concerns me is those kids not having food too, that we're feeding every day that don't have food at home. And this is just and nobody's off. We're not taking off. We're working hard. We're working harder, even more hard than what we are when we're regular or normalcy.
Because overall, we're not bad. I mean, 18's not bad for the whole system, possible. I mean, that's not really a bad number.
Yeah.
See,
but the 240
contacts.
Yeah, the contacts what get you. Yeah. The 240. You look at that. You're about 15% of the district, and at that point, that's always my number at 15%. When we go into flu or shutting down because of flu or something like that, that's the number I look at. And we're already knocking that. And if you go down with just those that aren't virtual right now, then we're probably knocking toward 18%. So I hate it, guys. I really do. But there's not much else we can. DeKalb's been doing that. Like I say, DeKalb's having to battle this whole thing. They've been doing that for the past, nearly month. So I hate it, but I just hope these numbers do come down. If we do, come back on the 30th, that if we were to be out. But if I don't see something drastic in the next, 24, 48 hours, then expect it. That press release is going to be coming out.
It's sad though, all these years we had all this flu season every year, we never did anything.
Well, sometimes we did get it.
We closed
we closed some days and some stuff we did.
Overall, we didn't.
It wasn't as big of a deal as this is, but it's a different day, different animal.
I guarantee you, animal flu cases in 19 at a time.
And that's where you deal with the numbers. If the cases that come in that flu or whatever, and you look at other things that happen too. So wear your mask and flu shot, folks. Wear a mask, and you're within 6 feet from longer than 15 minutes. Make sure you're not.
Any questions, Mr. Curtis?
Good question there, Derek. I appreciate that. And our principals are hearing that too.
You good?
I think that's enough, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. Y'all stay safe. I'll see you Tuesday night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for everybody tuning in today.
Please don't deliver meals by buses.
What'd you say?
Please don't deliver meals by buses. I don't want to hear